everybody, Steph here. Wanted to do a quick little video on some things that we are trying to work on for 2022. Billy is currently cooking, so he's not going to join me today on the video, but he is here in spirit with me. How sweet. So just some of the things that we are looking at doing for 2022 is number one, finishing the Foothills Trail. So we went out last year. It was much tougher than what we thought. So I got hurt. We had some other issues. It just was not in the books for us to do the Foothills Trail last year. We only did about 16 and a half miles. So we would like to try to finish that this year. We found the Art Loeb Trail, which is a 31-mile hike in the North Carolina area. So we would like to go and try to do that. We've heard some really great things. We've watched some videos on it. So we would really like to try to do that 31-mile trail. Try not to rush it and say, oh, we only have 3 or 4 days to do it. Take some time off work and go up and enjoy the hike. And if we can only get 5 or 6 miles in a day, that's okay with us. And that's kind of what I would like to try to do. Billy is going to be working on getting his Part 107 drone license. So you've seen in one of our other videos that we got a drone. We do know that there are several rules and regulations that if we are going to try to make any kind of money off of anything that has drone footage in it, you have to have the Part 107. So we know this. He's going to be working on that. We'll do a video on that a little bit more in depth on what the Part 107 is, how to get it, and Billy's kind of journey through getting it. So he'll be working on that starting here in the next week or so. So start watching out for those videos on him getting his Part 107. Billy wants to ride from Sugarlands Visitor Center in the Gatlinburg area up to Clingman's Dome and back. He's tried to do it, or no, he's not really tried to do it. He's planned on doing it a few times, and it's either rained or something like that. And I think my hesitation at him doing it, just because the speed that he's going to pick up going downhill makes me nervous for him on a bike. So he's like, okay, well, if it's raining, I won't go out and do it, so you won't freak out that much more. So, you know, maybe he'll do it and then tell me he's done it after he's finished. It's kind of like when I go skydiving this year, I'll basically just come home and say, hey, watch this video. And it'll be me skydiving, because he really does not want to know anything about me skydiving. I want to do some zip lines up in the Gatlinburg mountain area. I keep saying Gatlinburg. It's one of our favorite places, Gatlinburg, Townsend area. But it's really just being up in the mountains. So anywhere that we can, anywhere new, maybe we're going, we'll find zip lines. I'll do that stuff. I am going to start working on my, excuse me, my Smoky Mountains 900 miler. If you don't know what that is, it is basically hiking every trail in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So it's a little under 900 miles because they've closed some of the trails just due to different issues. So at one point it was 900 miles, just a little over. Now I think the actual mileage is 830 or 40 miles of trails. A lot of them intersect and loop around each other, so it's not like just going out and doing a bunch of little loops and getting them all together. You actually intersect, so there's a lot of places that you'll go back over and do miles that you've already done, etc. So, you know, people have done like the fastest known times. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I just want to get out there and hike. I didn't realize that the 900 miler was a thing. I had already been talking to Billy about, you know, I love being up there. I think I want to try to hike all the trails in the Smoky Mountains in the park. So I was just going to do it, and then I started finding some YouTube videos on it. And if you haven't watched a lady named Cindy Hikes, she is awesome. She's doing it now. Her videos are really good. She lives, I think it's in Indiana, and she goes down to the park on any time that she has off, and she just hikes, and I absolutely love her videos. She's doing an awesome job. So watch her if you want a better idea before I start putting my videos out, just of the different things that you can see in the different trails that she's been on. They're great. So one of the bigger things that we are starting to look at is, I'm not announcing a through hike for the Appalachian Trail yet, because it is still a couple years off. We've got to get a few things in line. And one of the bigger things that we've got to get in line is downsizing. Our house, we currently live in a 5-bedroom. And we've been here for 17 years in this house. So it's one of those that after 17 years and raising a couple kids, you can imagine everything that we have in the house. Not just raising 2 kids, but my parents moved in with me before they went out on their RV adventures and before my mom passed away. Dad's not here much anymore, but he still has a room and all that kind of stuff. So we have many, many years of accumulated stuff. I'm not going to call it junk. You would call it junk, but my junk is not the same. So it's terrifying to think about getting rid of all my stuff. I'm not a materialistic person by any means, but I really like, I'm a Stephen King buff, and I have all of his books, and I have a bookshelf that has all of my Stephen King stuff in it. Where the heck am I going to put that if we downsize and start living in an RV? So I'm going to have to get rid of all that stuff. And all the pictures, these are some of the pictures you see behind me, are just a few of them. Our entire house is just filled with pictures of the different adventures that we've done, especially over the last couple of years. We really got into the whole photography thing over the last few years. So what do we do with all those pictures and memories? And yeah, we can have them on a hard drive, but heck, I like sitting in my living room and looking at Mount LeConte. So anyway, that's really kind of the bigger multi-year piece that we're going to be looking at. But lots of exciting stuff coming up for 2022. What do you have coming up for 2022? What are you going to do? We got 365 pages to put in our book this year. So what are you going to do to fill some of those pages and make them just fabulous, and look back and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe we did that, or man, that was a great day. What are you doing to get out and live a great story? Let us know in the comments.